few weeks. And at the end of Fit for Life and Dominate programs, we are going to do a bunch of really high rep work for your low back, rear end, and hamstrings. And we're always going to do that because you have to have a strong back, period. Strong back is law. It's what you have to have. Lots of rows, lots of deadlifts, lots of stiff leg deads, lots of hang power cleans, things like that. You got to have strong back. Strong back, strong person. That's all there is to it. Remember this, there's a fundamental difference between training for show and training for go. Overdeveloped quads have an inverse relationship with your knee. Overdeveloped bicep tendons, tear. Overdeveloped pecs, tear. And they jack your shoulders up. So we are pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling and stiff leg deads and rows and chins and pull downs. Lots and lots and lots and lots of pulling volume, because we are way more about go than we are show. Again, these show muscles are nice and pretty and all that good stuff, and they look great in the mirror, but at the end of the day, we train a little bit of show and a lot of bit of go. Now, here's what will happen. If you're pulling somewhere between 30 to 50 plus reps of stiff leg deads at the end of a workout, your low back does that. And if you're at a point to where your low back's really locking up tight, what you probably have is a case of overactive and over-dominant spinal erectors in your low back. So what that tells me is we've got to come back and make an adjustment in your planning to do more specific rear end work, more specific glute development work, more specific hamstring work. So again, if you're running into some issues like that, I always need that feedback because something's probably over-dominant up and downstream. So again, if that low back is just like a pretzel, I need to know that. We got to do some things to flip your rear end on and get those hamstrings cranked up. But in the meantime, if your low back's getting really, really, really tight on you, there's something you can do to counter that, which is to flip your abs on. So what you need to do is you need to come back, that low back's getting super tight, you need to do some standing band crunches, you need to get on your physio ball and just knock out 100 sit-ups. You can do timed hollow holds. There's boatloads of variations that you can incorporate, but you've got to come back when that low back gets super tight, and you got to flip on that midline. Maybe get those abs turn right back on to take some of that pressure off your back and help loosen up those knotted up